Hello everybody and welcome back to this video. I told you I'd do it, so shut your faces. This is the boy. Hello. His name is Tommy Scrumpington. He's not very well liked amongst the orcs for his name. But there he is. And we finished the basing, if you remember, from the last video. Look at the pretty colours. So we've done his trousers with a Mornfang brown. Oh, by the way, hello, everybody, by the way, if you're back. If you're not back and you decided to move on and watch, I don't know, whatever Mr. Beast is doing today, I give £1 million to the first person with VD. Whatever you decide to do. Yes, so I'm just tickling him with a little brush. He finds it funny. Ha ha ha! And then he does a little shit. No, but this is the basing. We've done the basing. There you go. What we're going to do now is we're going to add the next layer. So the colour we used was Warg Green. As you can remember. Have I got it here? I have. Burp, as it comes into view. There it is, Warg Green. Now I've removed the background because what was happening in the video was it was getting distracted by the pretty colours in the background and getting annoyed. So that's the other colour we need. What else did we need? Can you remember, guys? Come on, tell me. You're not just here to watch. That one as well. Sounds like you're rude, like you're kinky. I mean, you're just here to watch. War Boss Green. There it is. And the most important thing for this bit now is this is a boy. There's 10 of them in a group. You don't want to spend 94,000 years on this bad boy. You want to kind of get him done quite quick. How close can we get to his face? Oh, he's angry. But what we're going to do is... Can you get really close? Oh, look at that. Ooh. I love the details on these. I know people are a bit controversial, but I do love the details on these guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of the old dry brushing. We're going to get ourselves some War Boss Green. We need to do the wanking again. Wanky, wank, wank, mix the paint. Hope you're having a wonderful time, by the way, out there in the internet world. Thank you very much for joining me as well. I appreciate the number of subscribers I'm getting now. 112. No, it's like 200 and some odd. I looked at it the other day. I was like, flipping hell. People like me. But there you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply the dry brush. And I use a smaller dry brush. And all I'm doing is just flicking it. Little flicks. And you're doing that all over the body. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. And we're back. And as you can see, we've just added a very subtle colour. Now, these colours are quite subtle. You can't... I've used the word subtle twice, haven't I? Faux pas. But yeah, it's a subtle... A third time. 3 times a bingo. And what that's done is that's created some subtlety. Not quite the same. We're going to do the same thing to his trousers now. He's got Bugman's Glow is going to be applied to his trousers. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. Oh, actually, let's start now, and then I'll show you the magic. That was the applying a paint colour music. Hopefully you're doing all okay. I like these videos because I get to have a little natter, which is always wonderful. I like having a little natter with you guys. So yeah, so what we're going to do now is just apply... So again, just sweepy brush, sweepy brush, sweepy brush, sweepy brush. We're just applying that colour to the trousers. And give me a little minute and we'll be back. And once again, we look at it, and as you can see, that's applied a little bit of a different colour to it. I took it off its base because it was annoying me. So there we go. So now we're going to add the next colour. And then we're going to apply to the gun. So the next colour on the green is Skarsnik Green, which we're going to see a bit of a difference in this one. Once again, do the wanking. Wanky, wank, wank. I'm not really. Don't get me banned. I'm not DSP. Ooh, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look him up. We did the wanky wanks. It's not me, even though his name's Phil. Different guy. He's horrible. I'm a good guy. I give money and clothes to the charity shop. Only because it's closer than the tip, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we apply this colour And once again, tickly. He finds it funny. And you can really see a slight difference now. There you go. I shall be back in a few moments. And once again, what we've got here is, as you can see, a different... So the build-up here on the muscles and the build-up here on... He's a muscly boy, isn't he? He works out. He lifts bales of hay. My hands are shaking like crazy. But there you go. That gives you depth to his body. But we're not done yet. We've got one more colour to add, and then we'll do his gun. So the colour is Ogrin Camo, which is a good colour. And it's a lovely colour. And this is going to just add that last little bit of highlight to him and make him look rather cool. Hopefully, by the way, you all had a good Easter. You had some good Easter times. You had some eggies. Love an eggie. Best thing about the Easter is the eggies. Without eggies, there's no Easter. Oh, also, like the Jesus thing and everything. But eggies. Okay, so once again, you don't want too much of this on the brush, by the way. It's very, very light. But once again, just test it on my finger. Because this brings a lot of the green out. Now, as you can immediately see it? Really bringing those greens out now. And you don't want too much in these areas here, because these would be hidden by him. He wouldn't have so much light here. I'm going to be quite naughty with him. And I do like dry brushing, especially on cheaper models, because it's quick. It means you can do more. I'm thinking of doing a live feed, by the way, guys. Anyone's interested? Anybody wants me to do that? But there you go. If you are, let me know, and I'll do it. There you go. So that is probably like a live painting, I reckon. There you are. So, there's only one more colour that I add to the skin, and that is Screaming Skull. Let me just wash my brush off. Always wash your brushes. Right, so we use the Screaming Skull. Here it is. Screaming Skull, which is a great colour. I used to use Shabty Bone, but I found Screaming Skull to be a slightly better paint. Shabty Bone used to have a bit of a... Oh gosh, a bit of a... So what I do is I just pop it into my wet palette here. Give me a second. Let's pop it in there. Get a little bit of colour. Okay. And you really, really, really liked with this one. Else it looks awful. And you're really just touching the bits. Just giving them a little tickle. Because it brings a lot of light to the colours. And we don't want too much on him. Just around his face. We are going to highlight his face a little bit more. And that is your orc's skin pretty much done. Now we've got to do his gun. We don't mess around, do we? Remember, you're knocking like 10 of these out. You can't be sitting there. The first time I ever did them was like 10 hours or something. That was a ridiculous amount of time it used to take me. But yeah, all of a sudden you kind of learn and you go, I don't want to take that long anymore. Does everybody want to see my very first painting? The very first thing I ever painted? Okay, 2 seconds. Let me grab it. I've just realised somebody asked for this, so I'm gonna give it. Okay, my very, very, very first painting. Are you ready? I did 2, and they were both Space Marines. Oh, his arms fell off. His arms. Hang on, guys. A little bit longer. His arms fell off. I don't know what happened there. They're old. Not really. 2 seconds. We all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. For God's sake. Okay, so these were my first one. This was my very first one I ever did. He's a grubby boy. I don't think he's too bad. I've painted, but I went a bit crazy with the Agrax Earth shade. But let's zoom in a little bit. That's the very first one I ever did. He is shite, but he's not too bad. He has a special place in my heart. But yeah, so he's a grubby boy. He's been to a very grubby planet, and this was the next one. And once again, yes, yeah, a little bit grubby, not too bad. And then obviously I got slightly better and was able to do slightly better painting. But yeah, so those are my first ever ones, just because someone asked to see them. So what were we doing? Oh yes, so there you go. So we want to do his gun. And we want to get that looking good. And I use, is it Rune Fang silver? There you go. And this is a great silver. Now remember, we used lead belcher, washed it over with the Agrax Earthshade. All we're going to do, super simple. Once again, a little bit of the dry brushing, and it's really light this time. You are really sparing with this, and you're just touching over the gun. There you go. So, once again on this side. And the bullets I'm going to do a different colour. And then there's the ends of his boots, look. And you see how that highlights on it? But not too much. You don't want to go overboard with this stuff. But yeah, that's gonna, there you go. And there's a little bit on his belly. There you go. So that kind of gives him a bit of colour. And then what we're going to do is paint up his, there he is. Oh, I hate you. That's mean. We like you. Oh, then. He's a nice guy, really. So yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do his bullets. And I'm going to use a bit bigger brush. And I'm going to use something that, for some bizarre reason, Games Workshop has decided is the colour that comes with the Ultramarines now. The Ultramarines always used to be yellow, but now they've got this kind of, this other colour. Balthazar Gold. Balthazar Gold. Which is more copper than gold. It's not really gold at all. But we'll let them off, because we like them really, don't we? So there you go. Painting on. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And what all I do, really simple, nice and gentle, is just, there you go. Let me just zoom out slightly so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. So paint the gun bullets. There you go. I'll be back in a second. And we're back, guys, and I broke him into pieces. Poor guy. Come on. Come on, focus in. There's his head. Okay, so what we're going to do now is stick him on our sticky. Where's my thing gone? Oh, this place, I tell you. Can't get the staff. And I'm on my own. There you go. Stick the sticky. Stick him to the stick. And there we go. There's his little face. Hello. He's got a lovely voice. He sings in the choir, don't you know? Yes. So there you go. There's his little face. And what we're going to do now is do a little bit of work on him as an orc. So yeah, there you go. We're going to get a bit closer. There we are. So what we're going to do first is his teeth. His teeth are the most fun thing to do because they're super easy. All we need is the Screaming Skull. And this is super simple. And you take a bit of Screaming Skull. Use your wet palette. You don't want too much on your brush. Okay. Friggin' shift your bloody paint. Bloody paint. Who the hell does it think it is? And I'm just going to apply a tiny bit now, and then I'm going to cut back because it's really hard to do. So yeah, we're going to apply just a little bit to his teeth. Nice and steady. And I shall be back in a moment. And we're back again, and what we've essentially got now is his teeth are done. to this degree. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you how to do his eye. Now his eye is one of the hardest things to do, but there is a little trick, and I use something called where's the camera? Ooh, where's the camera? A spotter brush, which is a tiny, tiny, tiny brush. I did use a similar one in that short where I painted the poor bugger's eyes. And I'm going to apply this into his eyeball. Always nerving. My goodness me, my hands are shaking, guys. I do apologize. This is the weirdest angle to do this. Let me see if I can get the camera a bit better. Hang on. Because you're getting all up in my face now, guys. There you go. So we've got the eye there. There we go. Okay, you ready? God. Better go right. If it goes wrong, then it's a how not to paint an eye. No, needs a bit more paint. Oh my gosh, I've never been so nervous because it's on camera. And if ever I've ballsed it up in the past, I've just gone, there's only me. Now there's not, there's you. And there you are. Essentially, we've done his eye. I'm still apologise. I shake so badly. I didn't realise how badly I shaked. Now, it's going to look a bit weird at the moment, but what we're going to do is we're going to add the secret ingredient, which in my opinion is Agrax Earthshade. And Agrax Earthshade covers everything. It's wonderful. There it is. Hello. For some reason, it's from Newcastle. I don't know why. And what we're going to do is use a pretty decent paintbrush, not too big. And we're just going to douse his mouth. His metal plate, because we need it defined from the rest of him, and the eye. No, we're not going to do the eye. We're going to do the eye red. Okay, so we're going to get our red wash. If I can find it. Making me stretch now. Too old to stretch. Let's have a look. Where is it? Is it that? No. That fuck's me red gone. I did have one, I promise. Is it in here? Oh, bollocks. Oh, is that it? Oh, there you go. It is Karenborg Crimson. Lovely names. That could be a short. I think we've just created a short. See if it's funny. I might make it later. How you know you're a Warhammer painter when you can't describe the colour of something to someone. What is Caliban green? Oh my goodness, that's too much. Now, if you do this, and you do a little... Actually, that looks pretty cool. I don't know whether that looks cool or not, does it? I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. I might leave it, but it is going to leak into the rest of the face, which is never a good thing. So we can just squib it away, and it's going to leave an eye that looks a little bit like that. Oh, he's so angry at you, isn't he? He's an angry boy. And there you go. That's the face of an orc that loves his mum, but not you so much. So what we're going to do now, and I just wanted to go over, was I use like a pink. And what I do is I tend to go... Where's my pink gone? I've got a special pink. Sounds rude, doesn't it? I've got a special pink. It's this one. Is it this one? Yes. Emperor's Children pink. Came out for the Horus Heresy. Use it for everything. But I don't use it for the Emperor's Children. You have to be good fighters if you're dressed in pink. That's all I'm going to say. But what I do... I stand by that. I think that's true. So what I tend to do is, if I can find a decent brush, that one will do. I need a tiny, tiny, tiny little brush. And what I do is I just dab the Empress Children in there. And hopefully these are insightful, unless they're just total drivel. And then what I do is, because he's got a lot of scars on his body, as you've probably noticed. He's got one here on his arm. And what I tend to do is just kind of dab the Emperor's Children on it. Only loose. That's bollocks. Fucking thing. And what that essentially does is give the effect that the skin has been kind of cut. And I'll be back in a second. I'll do the rest. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone back in and I've redone it, and it looks like this. There you go. So what we've done there is, there's his eye, which looks really cool now it's dried. We've got his scars here, all pink and sort of puckered on his back. We've got his guns now done. We've added a little bit of white to that skull on his belt. And what I want to do now, so there you go. There he is, looking pretty cool. I'm quite pleased with him. His teeth, I've added just a little bit of white scar over the top of those. And yeah, what you've essentially got is a pretty much completed orc. It didn't take us very long, but what we're going to do for the next video is I'm going to show you some basing options, and some we're going to use some technical paints in the next one. I can show you exactly what kind of things we can create. Simple bases, more complicated bases. We're going to give this guy a base. But yeah, there you go. There's an orc ready for battle. You could put him on the tabletop, not too bad. But what we're going to do is finish off his base in the next video. Guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you do want me to do a live stream of some painting, I've got some really big paints to do, some really big items to do, including, let me just zoom out, ladies and gentlemen. I got these bad boys to do, the Rundherd and the Gretchens. Got those to paint. I've got this behemoth to paint, the bloody kill rig. Not to mention a whole squad of boys. We've done one of them, but there's still another 9 and another death copter to do. And I've even got a box of 1,000 Suns, if you can see him. But don't even worry about that, because I've also got a shed load of other stuff that needs painting, including some Beast Riders, some Beast Snagger boys, and I am going to be doing a competition to give away a box of Death Guard Terminators. So that will be given away to the lucky winner. You will have to be subscribed, and you'll have to be liking that video. So make sure you are a sub of the channel. But yeah, I'll be giving away a box of Terminators. Hang on, they're here. For proof, they're here, not there. Oh, too much stuff in this room, too much stuff. Yeah, so I am giving away a box of Terminators, Blight Lord Terminators. There you go. There's 5 of them. And they could be yours. Like I say, stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay liked. And within the next week, I think we'll start to think of a competition for you to be able to win these. But yeah, you must be subscribed, must comment and all that kind of stuff. But that'll come. We'll do a competition. Guys, thank you for joining me on this video. Hopefully you had a good time. I enjoyed that, and I want to do another one, but I'm running out of time tonight. Thank you very much, guys, and I shall see you in the next video. But until then, goodbye.